many years ago, I had developed severe neck, shoulder, and middle back pain due to my constant air travel, and doctors diagnosed it as fibromyalgia. To my surprise, I saw a huge decrease in my fibromyalgia pain in first 40-day session.
I used to have vertigo very often. I used to get stressed, but all that has vanished beautifully. I don't take any medication for vertigo, not like I used to, so it's wonderful.
I have been meditating and manifesting for my promotion. I got an interview calling that, hey, we would like to schedule an interview for you. I was so surprised, and then the confidence levels gone up for me.
Happy evening, friends and masters. Welcome you all to the 10th day of our 40-day session. Third week of our health session. Third day of our health session. We have been seeing how meditation improves physical and mental health. Optimization is the key, is what we are going to learn today. How to optimize food, how meditation helps in optimizing food, optimizing sleep, and many other things. So I welcome Master Chandra to take over the session.
Thank you, Veena. Happy evening, dear friends and masters. A wonderful afternoon and morning. Physical health, mental health, and energy. Experience life more requires that these are foundational aspects. In fact, physical health, mental health, emotional regulation. These are foundational components on which we can build upon our dreams and desires and things. But these are foundations. So we're talking about how meditation can make us be very healthy in all areas. So healthy and energetic. Gautam Buddha was asked, what have you gained through meditation? Gautam Buddha said, I lost many things. I lost many things with meditation. I lost the anger. I lost the feeling of separateness. I lost the greed. I lost inadequacy, feeling of inadequacy. I lost the feeling of perfectionism. I lost the feeling that need to be rigid. So everything that is not natural to us, I lost all of them with meditation. And each of these are depleting energy, dear friends. What are the loss? Everything depletes energy from the body. Perfectionism. That in order to be perfect, and we set some standards to ourselves, and then we drive ourselves crazy and then drive everybody else crazy. And so we lose energy. And if we are somebody who is super good in at work, we expect everybody to run at the same speed. So we drive them crazy. And of course, they cannot match it. And so there is a lot of struggle. And so there's a lot of energy depletion here. Things don't happen, so then there's a struggle. Being more spontaneous, allowing for imperfections to happen is necessary. And so the dropping that notion that I must be perfect every time I do has to be allowed to be dropped where is required. Otherwise, we continuously lose energy. Of course, things like anger, greed, they're all well-known things, which are always depleting energy. Greed is pushing us to take more, and then greed is pushing us to drive things around, drive ourselves a lot more, what we call the rat race and this and that, without questioning the necessity of something that we want, without even questioning the necessity of it. We continue to go on trying to do things, which deplete our energy. As a leader, and particularly, and if you want to demonstrate leadership, then we carry ourselves with adequate energy whole day, whole week, whole month, whole year. Now, health is there, but the energy is very, very fundamental, dear friends, and that energy is enhanced through certain activities of cooperation, of consideration, of understanding, of empathy. The energy is depleted by force, by push, by anger, by domination, by authority. The energy in the body is depleted because we are pushing and then other side doesn't reciprocate appropriately. It disconnects the other entity, other person from us. Every time when you have these emotions that disconnect other people from us, these qualities. On the other hand, consideration, empathy, and appreciation, gratitude, some of these emotions bring people together so the energy multiplies. One is making things coherent, another is making discoherent, incoherency. Meditation is absolutely helping us to become aware so that in many areas we can enhance our energy, the way we think, the way we talk, the way we eat, the way we sleep, the way we approach work, the way we see things, the way we breathe. Everything, there is an energy depleting action, there is an energy enhancing action. Overeating, energy depletion. Undereating, saying that no, this is nutrients are required, no, this is extra load today, so undereating, energy depletion, to starving the body when the body requires something. But optimal eating, by paying close attention to the body's needs, is energy enhancement activity. Eating what taste buds love. So eating tasty food, energy enhancement activity. Eating food for the sake of some nutrition value, energy depletion activity if you don't enjoy the food. Because the feeling that this sucks, but then the thought that, okay, I must have it because this is extra nutrition is there, but the feeling that this is awful, this is so distasteful, but I have to just do it and push it in. And so then is energy depletion because the body cannot even absorb it. The feeling is already sending the communication to the cells and saying this is awfully distasteful. Can't even properly absorb it. So body is not necessarily working because it sent a different signal to the cells to absorb these chemicals that we're putting in on the food. Conscious breathing takes in prana. Unconscious just breathing takes in only oxygen. There's a difference. Oxygen versus prana, the force. conscious breathing by observing the breaths are going in, and so then taking that energy that you feel, then automatically the breath becomes regulated. The moment you start observing, the breath becomes regulated. It brings coherency. When you observe the breath, think of any time. When you observe the breath anytime, no matter what it is, how stressful we are. When we have stress, then breath is going varying degree of. There's a lot of variance in the breath. Fast breath, slow breath. 10 times fast and then suddenly slow, long and short. All that is possible and happening depending on the type of condition that we are in. But when you start observing, no matter what, and then suddenly breath becoming regulated. Where you place your attention, there place your energy. Where you place your attention, there you place your energy. So that energy, the prana, that is there everywhere, which is directed through a thought, and we are consciously aware of it onto the breath, then that prana, that energy is coming in to regulate the breath also, which means that body gets regulated. You can try it out. So energy enhancement activities, energy depletion activities are there, but each of them, dear friends, the meditation is helping us to understand, because it brings us enough awareness. It brings enough awareness about all of these so that we start moving towards more energy enhancing methodology. When we love that sweet and we eat 3 sweets and then the 4th one, we stuff it in before because lack of awareness that really like it, or the greed is there, oh, okay, I don't know, this is today is only I got the chance to eat, so let me eat more. Lack of control or the greed, so just eat more. Whereas meditation puts a gate and says awareness, is telling your body, is telling you all the time, hey, stop, come on, don't push me. And then meditation brings that awareness to know that, okay, 1.5 sweet, sufficient for me. I can't take more. Sufficient, because that message is caught. The bodies, we become sensitive to the body, and so brings enough awareness about the body's responses that we take on, and then we also have enough willpower to be able to stop there. The role of meditation is in enhancing the energy, enhancing activity, in latching onto energy enhancing activities is quite high. We'll understand this after meditation, dear friends. So today's meditation, like yesterday, is going to be a heart elevation, breath mindfulness meditation. And then we spend a few minutes on visualizing, imagining a great future, exciting future experiences, as if our body is completely healed and rejuvenated. Being in the health week, yesterday we started a process and said, affirm a greater health for your body, any part of the body, an organ in the body, right? My knee is greatly supporting me in my marathon activities. My eyes are greatly supporting me in my driving, or in whatever that activity that requires your eyesight to be super clear for you. My throat helps me to sing at my best and to do these performances that I've been having to do back to back. Right? So whatever that is, to affirm and say, I've got this great health. I've got this great body. My body is healing. My digestive system is healing. So make these affirmations about your body for a great health. And then the imagination is about the body is healed. That statement has come true. So we're talking about energy communication, right? Yesterday is all about energy communication. The whole health is about communication through a thought. Energy communication is thought and feeling. Good thought and feeling are then sending greater signal, and so then body, of course, is changing. Imagination is a way to change our thought and feeling. So we're imagining, no matter how bad our health condition right now is. But imagine for a greater health. Imagine for experiences that are happening to us if I have a greater health. I love my trekking, my feet, my ankles, which are in the past had some challenges, so they don't let me do too much trek. Now imagine my ankles are healed, they're greatly supporting. And so then experience that, imagine, affirm that ankles are healed, and then imagine that I'm doing this trekking onto this Kedarnath, 17-kilometer trekking without a problem. So you're enjoying having a ball in doing the trekking, imagine, because that's something an experience. So that's something you love to do. So the third segment is about imagination of a future experience that are important for you, supported by a great body that you affirm, a body or organ, right? So we're doing that segment to do it every day. So we start creating a future experience with a greater body. So we start creating a great body for ourselves. And then express gratitude, right, friends? A little bit of imagination, that's all. A little bit of imagination that we are doing. And so anybody new, we are practicing something called Ana-Pana-Sati as the crux of this whole program. The goal is to empty the mind and be in that empty state of mind. How do you be empty in the mind? By observing your breath, as you see in the picture, with your legs crossed, fingers into fingers, eyes closed, observe your breath. Take any reference point on the nose and observe the breath, and then slowly mind becomes empty, and then be in the state of emptiness. If you see any experiences there, be a witness to them. If you have thoughts, attention back to the breath. And then we are starting the meditation with a process called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance for that, dear friends. Very, very easy. I'm playing some music. I'm also guiding in the process. So relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe. Dear friends, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your heart center? Feel the center of all emotions, which is nurturing all life with its energies of love, gratitude, compassion, kindness. recollect an experience from your past, from your present, of love, of compassion, of kindness, of adventure. Relive that moment and elevate yourself with that energy. The more we experience the energy of love, gratitude, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody. Feel it and allow yourself to radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth to heal. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Become aware of the emptiness, the blackness inside of all around you. When we empty our mind of all thought, we move away from matter. We experience that emptiness, that blackness, that void, where there's no body, where there's nothing. energy. This is that quantum field of energy with limitless possibilities. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that energy spreading far and wide on your left side. Become aware of that endless depth of that emptiness, stretching into that infinity on your right side. How far does that emptiness go? Or in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to slowly experience that emptiness, that void. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, as no body, the more possibilities you draw into your life. stay connected to this emptiness. Inside of you, all around. This is the intelligent consciousness, your greater mind. Which is always paying attention to you. Longer you stay aware of this feeling of unlimited, the more you experience your wholeness. We are all interconnected with each other, aspects of energy, with no separation whatsoever in this field. Merge into them. Oneness, dear friends. Friends, as we are merged into this emptiness in a clear state of mind, it presents us a great opportunity to imagine a great future of experiences supported by a body that is greatly rejuvenated. Friends, our thoughts and feelings are always communicating and influencing the functioning of our body. Your imagination is altering your thought and feeling, and hence your communication and signal to the cells in your body, dear friend. I would like you to affirm greater health, that well-being for your body, in that organ, in that part of your body, dear friend. Affirm that your body is healing, that organ is greatly working, that it is intelligent to receive the universal healing energies. Affirm it, dear friend, with excitement, with clarity. That you possess a great body, a healthy, rejuvenating, expansive body and organs. And now, dear friends, I want you to imagine and dream of your future experiences enabled by this great body. Come on, friends. Our thoughts send the signal, but the feelings draw the events into alive. I want you to be excited. I would like you to imagine and live the future as if your body is healed, as if it is in great shape and health. Live it, dear friends. Experience that future. What choices are you making in this future? Feel it. Come on, friends, bring out that emotion of joy, of freedom, of that adventure, that happiness, the confidence, whatever that may be in that future experience. Your body healed. That organ is very healthy and healing. Feel it. This is for you, dear friends. The quantum field of unlimited possibilities is always responding to that stronger thought and feeling. Your cells in your body are responding to your stronger signal through your feeling. Feel. Love that experience into your life. Enjoy it. Feel good about it. Let there be no doubt about this future, dear friends. experience more, live more, believe more in this future, in that new body. This is for you. Relax. Let your body absorb these energies from these thoughts, feelings, intentions, and emotions. Feel it. Be certain that this future is manifesting into your physicality. Whatever we emotionally embrace must manifest. This is the quantum law. The mind that programmed with your higher will and imagination in this meditation is always guiding you for this great future. Let this quantum field organize this future for you at the right time and place. Let it go. Let it go. Express gratitude to all things and everybody for helping you create this great new future. Come on, open up your hearts. And give thanks to this intelligent quantum field, to yourself, to this grand nature, to everybody in your life, your parents, your teachers, mentors, your family, your friends, colleagues. To everything, the technology, the systems, the companies, the governments. Recollect your experiences from the session. Feeling certain that this future is unfolding for you from this very moment in a way that you least expect and imagine. Whenever you're ready, You may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you felt good about that practice. An imagination with a total belief in the process can do wonders. Because everything is a signal. A disbelief is a signal in the opposite direction. A belief is a signal in that direction that you're looking for. It's our choice we make. When we imagine with coherence, we talked about this in our earlier sessions, coherence. Coherence is being one, fitting in appropriately, nicely, one with each other, synchronizing with each other. In coherence, when we imagine, then we are sending the communication strongly to the cells, and their ability to receive is significantly high. So incoherence, what does it mean? It means that no matter what my current state of my body is, talking about health, no matter how bad or how low in energy that particular organ is, or that system is, but if we can imagine of that future with acceptance of our current situation, then you are in the coherence to create faster, accelerate it. Acceptance is key. Acceptance comes from understanding that this too shall pass. That my newer thought is creating a new experience, so this too will pass. When we have that understanding, so then we are more acceptance, and so then automatically move into coherence. And so then we imagine. And that meditation is helping us to be coherent. When you're empty in the empty states of mind, you're very coherent, you're connected, disconnected from the past or the present reality. And so then you are coherent and you're imagining. We'll continue to do this work, dear friends. So talking about today, energy, one of the most important aspects for us to participate in life significantly, in our work, in our home, and everything you want to do, that energy has to be there. From the time you wake up all the way time till you go to bed, how energetic I am. Am I conserving my energy or am I losing my energy? Gossip is like cancer of the soul. We lose so much energy just by gossiping. Talking about things of no use at all. Talking about people that has no relevance at all. Talking about traffic, talking about weather, talking about properties, talking about this has no relevance whatsoever. We don't make any investment decision, we talk about property. We don't do anything but talk about politicians. We don't do anything but talk about weather. It has no relevance, but we keep talking. We lose energy. Because we do not value the thought with word, we don't even know there is energy. You know, if I have a dollar bill or no, a 100-rupee note, we're not going to throw it. If it is there, we're going to preserve it. We know it. We know the value of it, so we Even a quarter, even 50 paisa coin, we're going to hold on to it. We're going to preserve it because we got value. But do we know and do we look at every thought and every feeling, every word the same? Because they are energy. First of all, to understand that they're energy, and second, to have that awareness that that's energy, so I must preserve it. And that's energy that I must enhance it, not deplete it. So meditation, dear friends, as you see here, all of these things that you see here, is beautifully helping us be mindful of and participating with all of them. Optimal sleep, optimal food, vegetarian food, optimal water intake, optimal and right thoughts, right talk, optimal seeing with our vision, optimal right emotions, right work, conscious breathing. These are all things that we do every day. They're happening. In our wakeful time, everything is happening. Sleep habits. Sleep when we feel sleepy, not force ourselves to sleep at a specific time because we got a disciplined routine going. Sleep when we feel sleepy. Eat when we feel hungry. That is the nature of the body. The crux of this matter, dear friends, is to become aware and sensitive to the body. No two individuals are same. No two body components are same. Our energy signatures are different. We talked about this. Just the way our fingerprints are different for every individual. Our energy footprint is different for every individual. So the no two individuals are same to say that 8 hours of sleep is required. When you oversleep, you become very lethargic. Undersleep, of course, then we're not having enough hormones getting generated for us to have that rejuvenation or repair happening for the body. So right sleep is essential. Who is telling us right sleep is essential? How long is the right sleep? Our body is always telling us. Sleep when we feel sleepy and don't sleep when we feel fresh. But we forgot that part. And we said, yes, I had food at 7 o'clock, so 3 hours later I can sleep, so I must sleep now at 10 o'clock. And then I need to have 9 hours sleep, so I should get up at 7 o'clock. No matter what, even if you wake up in the middle of the night, we want to just force ourselves to sleep again. We force ourselves to sleep again. With meditation, we build that awareness. And meditation, by the way, is taking us into the deep delta sleep states. The delta state is the sleep state where our body is creating all the hormones to rejuvenate. Is happening very naturally with meditation. It is reducing the stress, removing the cortisol, and so then we're able to go into sleep very well. So, friends, we require less sleep and optimal sleep. It's bound to happen for everybody here who is sincerely practicing that sooner or later, and if it is already happening for you, you can write in the chat, but sooner or later, you will find yourself to be awake, active, maybe at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, automatically. You're going to wake up. And when that happens, please recognize that it is the system's way of giving you that extra time. You don't need more time to sleep. And so rather than forcing yourself to sleep, utilize that opportunity to meditate more, read more, do more things. We don't do anything that the body does not want us to do. Optimal food. Not more, not less. Anything that's unscientific, unconscious is energy depletion. Anything that's very scientific and consciously eating, they're energy enhancing activities. When we are regularly meditating, again, our body is going to signal us to how much to eat, Pediatricians always told moms, your child will tell you when they've finished. So and the moment they put their mouth aside, then you know that there's an indication they're done. The child will tell you. So the same way body is telling. They're so connected to their body, so they're going to tell. It's not about I've got this cup of food that I have to take because it means 400 calories and then do it. But it's not about that at all. If you feel hungry, you must eat. And if you don't feel to eat like even after half a cup, you must leave it. Because our sensitivity to the body needs will increase. We have forgotten. 300 years ago, none of this existed. We know that. That a ration of how much I eat and not eat didn't exist 300 years ago. What happened to all the intelligence that's gone? Meditation brings back intelligence, dear friends. Our ability to respond, pay close attention to the body because we are very aware. Our awareness is building. Awareness to the body needs, awareness to the mind, chatter, the thoughts, the feelings, emotions, reactions, all that awareness is building. That means we're observing ourselves every moment. And so in that observation, we have an opportunity to take a different action. That's the crux of the process of meditation. So food intake is optimal through meditation is happening. And when the body is telling us, in my case, for example, my sleep habits reduced quite significantly. I mentioned this. Now I sleep for about 4 to 5 hours. In my case, my food requirement for like meditators, you will find it. Initially, those have undernourished because of various things that we kept eating less and less and avoid several things that we like to eat, but we avoided eating. Now you may have the desire to eat. Please eat. Those who are undernourished will eat more. Those who are eating more will start eating less. Automatically, it's going to happen. Your body will tell us. In my case, I used to eat like 4 or 5 rotis. Now I eat one and a half in the nighttime. It calmed down. Not now. The moment I came into meditation 20 years ago, when I was in the prime time of a youthful age of 35, 36, that time, that in itself, it came down quite immediately. To maintain the right body level of energy, because it requires that right food is taken so that it can digest faster, move fast and all that. So it's bound to happen, dear friend, but we don't force ourselves to eat more than what the body is asking. It's bound to happen. The food choices we make are important. There aren't many restrictions in a mind over matter model. We are moving towards the model of mind over matter. As your thoughts are, so is the creation. There aren't many restrictions on food choices. The model that I've learned is that eat food that is tasty, that the food is there for taste buds are there to enjoy the food. So eat food that is tasty. Don't deprive ourselves of these oils and this and that. It's all absolutely fine. Everything is here. But moderate intake is important. So when we pay close attention to the body, we take moderately. Make very tasty food. It is okay to have this, oil or this and that. It's just absolutely fine. If I could do it for the last 20 years without really thinking about calories and proteins and nutrients, and I haven't even looked at now after coming to meditation, I've understood how much I was programmed about the print on the packaging. I just didn't require it because there's so many people are doing it. And so I moved into that model. But then if I'm able to eat an ice cream in the middle of the night at 1 o'clock, I don't know, many sweets, whatever, right? But everything is driven through your body's needs. Optimal food is important, moderately. Not more, not less. As long as we maintain, it's going to happen through meditation, and we eat tasty food. It's important so that the body, the feeling, a proud feeling is sent to the signal is sent to the cells. Tasty food. Whole food. Food's whole food. When we make vegetables, we make whole vegetables, not just fry. It becomes charcoal black and then eat it. Whole food. So that you enjoy the taste of it. Different vegetables have different tastes. Different vegetables have different tastes. How do you get the taste? We constantly look for new experience. With meditation, everything we look for new experience. And so that energy is preserved when you have this whole food, whole taste and body is responding because it's all very natural. And the whole food is more close to natural. Basically, we eat natural foods as much. Vegetarian food, sattvic food, and energy food, 3 things are there. For various reasons, including on compassionate grounds, one must instantly become a vegetarian. If I would like freedom of operation in my life, that I want to experience life more, I don't like my freedom to be stifled. We know that. If there is one thing that we're looking for, is that freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to live, freedom to do what I want to do, freedom to experience differently. Then what right that we have over an animal to not live? Friends, in progress of spirituality, in understanding and exploring this infinity that we are truly, one must seriously consider becoming a vegetarian. Finance grounds, health grounds, planet grounds. Do we know that the water consumption for meat production is anywhere between 50 to 150 times more compared to producing grains of the equal quantity? The water consumption, the land consumption is 18 times more if we are responsive to the planetary conditions. %60 more heart illnesses, diseases, 3 times more obesity. Many statistics are there about why a vegetarian diet is absolutely a lot more. Vegetarian diet is the right diet. Carnivores and herbivores, we know that. Horse, elephant, chimpanzee, giraffe, these are tallest, fastest, heaviest, strongest animals. They're all vegetarians. Yet we feel, oh, vegetarian food doesn't have enough nutrients. Who said that? There's a whole industry lobbying, and then so there is only that thing that's going on, and so we programmed to talk about this but different. When I became vegetarian in the year 2002, I just felt, the moment I came to meditation, I felt that if I'm looking for that freedom, which is what I felt immediately in a few months, I got liberated with this knowledge and understanding. That is really, we put so many restrictions and we come out of it. It became clear that in the world of energy, every animal must have its own life. So I became vegetarian, and I tell you, from then to today, I attribute strongly for my health, talking about Health Week, strongly for my great health, where I didn't have to stretch for a pill, neither did I have to worry about insurance. To visit doctors or any of those is because of vegetarianism and a vegetarian diet and meditation, which always helped me to be in moderately eating automatically. I didn't have to go through any program, no diet programs required, because we'll be very mindful automatically. So the vegetarian food, energy food, when we cook food, our emotion is carried. So energy food, so when we regularly meditate, and if you're in a good mood to cook food, you have a highly energy food. If you're not so good mood, then you have incoherent food. Remember that water experiment. I love you, and then I hate you, you make me sick. How was the water molecules change? Yesterday, I think we talked about it. So that experiment, so the thought communication, the feeling communication is happening into the food. So coherency and incoherency. So energy food is those who are making with the good moods, highest energy in the body. So when we are cooking, we must be very cognizant of who is cooking. If your cooks are cooking, so help them to meditate. Teach them meditation. So they also don't carry their problems when they come here. Everybody has problems, but don't carry the problems when they're cooking food. Friends, these are all Everything matters in what we consume. Then optimal water intake. That simple experiment we talked about. So taking water as it comes close to a field, if your field is great, then of course the water is becoming coherent. So saying something to the water consciously, when you pay close conscious attention to the water, or that when you drink, because 70% of the body is water. And so having plenty of water and then being very conscious while drinking does a lot of good in transforming it into coherent water so that we can consume it. These are, again, I mean, they're all, some of them known, but then we need awareness. We need mindfulness at that moment to do what we are doing. It doesn't require any practice. And as you're drawing the glass of water, being very conscious of what you're taking, being very mindful of it, and then having it is sufficient to send your energy onto it. And with the regular meditation, you're in the high emotion, good emotion, so automatically you're transforming it. Right thought, dear friends, and right talk and right seeing. You know, if thoughts are energy, words are energy, seeing is where 80% of our attention, distractions happening through seeing. Patriji used to tell, what is the necessity to see when you don't have a thing to do? Meaning is saying, keep your eyes closed. If you're listening to music, keep your eyes closed, it goes automatically. When we're not doing active work, there's no necessity to keep our eyes open. Part of the reason of why many yogis from Indian traditions have always depicted themselves with half eyes closed and open, right? Because there is so much energy leak is happening through eyes, and so we don't utilize and we don't unnecessarily have to keep it open when we don't do work. Keep eyes closed to contemplate, keep eyes closed to listen to music. But when an active work, of course, there. Energy enhancement activity is to use the eyes only when necessary. Energy depletion is to all the time look into this neighbor, that one, oh, what is that sound coming? Who's arguing there? Oh, there is something happening. You're too curious, looking into somebody else's life. Not knowing that we're polluting our mind with so much of unwanted stuff. It has no relevance to whatsoever to us, except for only triggering out old memories. Looking into somebody else's personal life has no relevance whatsoever. Talking about somebody when they're not there has no relevance whatsoever. And so, dear friends, right thought, right seeing, right talk. The emphasis is on talking significantly. Our thoughts slowly change. 95% of unwanted thoughts slowly keep coming down through meditation. We know this. We must examine every belief that we carry. That's what it meant by right thought. We must examine every will we carry. We must stop thinking when we don't do active work. If we don't do active work, there's no necessity to think unnecessarily. But then when your thoughts are coming, which is where there is awareness, we must examine every belief, every moment, every belief that we put as a model out there. Suppose you evaluated a colleague. I mean, you have a team of members and you evaluated performance evaluation done yesterday. So you have to make a conclusion on them yesterday. And you put a rating and say they're average or good or excellent, whatever, because the system required it, some grading. A right thought is that today, when you're thinking with a person, you no longer think that person is just average. That was only yesterday. That conclusion was yesterday. We are very open for today. That average person might have had a brain circuit total rewrite yesterday night, due to various reasons, are now become and is potential for becoming the best. It's no longer average. Only when we are open, then we create that possibility of that person being very good. If we continue to think that the person is average, they'll keep showing up in front of us as average, because thoughts create our outer experiences. The right thought is to examine anything that is making us limit our experience. Examine all the thoughts that are making us limit our experience. So we must be so impeccable in our thought process to say, is it limiting my experience? Big companies, my company does not care to do this to employees. It's a limiting thought. So it's not going to create, because that's the thought that we express it. We're going to talk about mindfulness and then how our words have to become impeccable in another day. That words are necessary, and every time we speak, they must be encouraging enough. It must be positive enough. There's no scope for carrying hearsay. Truthful. Do you know it's truth? Otherwise, why should we carry? I was recently in a alumni meet of my friends. And then suddenly bring up a point and say, it seems, we're talking about one friend who was not there in that meet. Then we start talking. It seems he had some problem there, and so then that's why, we couldn't trace it, is gone there. We don't know, then why should we talk about when we don't know for certainty what that person's problem was, the situation was? Because every time we say something about somebody without knowing, then we're constantly in the field influencing an outcome for everybody. First of all, we lose our energy. And second, we put out something that's of potentially harm the other person, because that's how you feel. You be sympathetic, you unnecessarily propagate wrong things. It has to be truthful, it has to be positive, it has to be useful. We call it triple filter or talking. If there's one thing that I've learned from Patriji, the Grandmaster, is about right talk. He emphasizes so much on our words. Before, words are the index of our mind. So we tell before we open and say something, hey, can you do this work? So it's not possible. How can you say it's not possible? It's coming from past. Can you do this tomorrow, by tomorrow? Saying it's not possible is already gone. I mean, it's so limiting. Is it negative? Is it useful? Is it positive? I mean, is it truthful, positive, and useful? We'll build upon it a little later, in another session about mindfulness. So, dear friends, all of these activities that we do, right emotions, we talked about higher emotion, lower emotion, cast them. If I'm frustrated, if I feel like separate, if I feel like, I'm fit for nothing, these are all low emotions which deplete our energy. They suck energy from our body, from environment, from people. Whereas higher emotions, so we are aware of it. When you're aware of it, then an opportunity to change. Go listen to music, sit down and close your eyes, and then meditate. Or take a nature walk, energy enhancing activity. So automatically that emotion changes. Right word, we'll get to it as we go in the program. Loving what we do is what we mean by right work. And it's going to happen. For meditators, it's going to strengthen. Our courage will be there to keenly look at, what am I doing? Am I doing because I got too comfortable here? I got my pay and it's okay, it's close to my home and I go and come back. But do you really enjoy it? Because it depletes energy. There's no energy when we don't like what we do. We're just dragging ourselves. So right work is so essential, where you feel passionate, you feel excited to wake up off the bed and then go there every day. It's going to happen. It is bound to happen for all of us. So thank you very much, dear friends. Meditation is enhancing all of these, enhancing body energy by doing right thing. It'll align us to the right work, things that we like. It'll align automatically, it reminds us of emotion. So we move into a higher emotion. We know it. We know that it's harmful to carry a negative emotion. It's like carrying the fire in your hand. It's going to burn, burn, and burn. Every negative emotion is like carrying that fire in your hand. It'll help us to avoid unnecessary distractions, see what is necessary, otherwise go into the meditation. I've seen it. When we get enough time, immediately a lot of times on a flight, what happens? When you sit down earlier, you just constantly just always external looking, but now you close your eyes, automatically brain is programmed, your fingers into fingers, you would start observing your breath. It happens. It happens. And so we conserve plenty of energy, and so we rejuvenate so much with energy automatically. It's going to happen. Optimal seeing. With awareness, we will understand this, that I must, when I open, must encourage somebody or inspire somebody of value to somebody. Otherwise, we'll not open our mouth. So is the case with all of things, dear friends. So thank you very much for joining. That many people will hear and say, hey, I'm energetic throughout the day. I'm energetic throughout the day is because meditation helps with enhanced. Yes, Veena? Any announcements?
Yes, sir. Thank you for that wonderful session. Friends and masters, today being a Wednesday, we have our book club on You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Please join in for the book club at 8 p.m. IST and get benefited. And second thing is we have sent the quiz 1 to all those participants who have nominated themselves for Buddha CEO Practitioner Certificate. Please answer the quiz 1 within 2 days. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, friends. So we'll meet back again at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. We have more to go in health, energy. And one of the things is powers in the mind. And meditation is helping us increase these powers because it builds neural circuits and then alters the structure of the brain. So we'll understand some of it tomorrow towards a greater mental well-being. Right? We covered a little bit on physical body and energy. So we're going to look into the mind aspects tomorrow and day after as we go into this week. So thank you. Have a wonderful day. And those of you who like to share or ask questions, feel free to stay back for a little more time, another 10 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Sindhu, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, sir. I've got a question regarding I got a question regarding manifestation. I do know that there is a significance in manifestations when you see repeated numbers. I do see it from the past few days. So I would like to know what does that mean? Like,
If you don't understand, you don't have to analyze. Sindhu, madam.
sir,
If you don't understand the meaning of it, you don't have to analyze it. It's just happening, right? For you, regularly seeing repeat numbers.
Yeah.
The model is in this practice of meditation and everything happening to you. If you understand it, it's okay, then you follow using that, whatever that gives you as a meaning. If you don't understand, it will reveal itself to you if it is so necessary. So just continue. So just so that first I want to set a baseline. So then you don't reject an experience or you feel unnecessarily worried that, hey, I don't know what it means. If you don't understand, it is okay. There are so many experiences that come, we may not be able to understand it consciously, but subconsciously there may be an understanding going on out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the same numbers repeatedly.
Yes, sir. When I check the time, it will be 11:11. I saw 4:44 today. When I randomly checked the time for something, I grabbed my phone and it was 4:44. I've read somewhere online that it is a sign or something when you start seeing repeated numbers. That's why I thought of asking.
Yeah, so they call angelic numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're stepping into spiritual aspects here without necessarily having some scientific proof and understanding, but they call angelic numbers, where when they happen, all of them typically are telling you that you are on the right path,
Mm-hmm.
are in the right decision making. What are you thinking is right? So go forward, because you need some assurance.
Mm-hmm.
You could potentially take it that way.
Okay.
Because many sciences corroborate, many people talk, many masters mention it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I correlated with my life experience, it is true. And when you have these numbers that you consistently see, the
Mm-hmm.
underlying message for all of them is that you are in the right path and something, progression is happening for you in your inner journey. And the decision you're thinking is right, so go ahead and then take it. It's one of those that is telling you, okay, so that you can, with confidence and courage, you take the decision. I don't know, be sure that you're in the path of right. That's typically the essence of why they show up. That I have corroborated into my personal experience. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been a great experience. After joining this sessions, I do feel more productive than I was before, and I'm seeing myself procrastinating less. These are the improvements. Thank you so much.
That's great.
Okay.
Procrastination must be dropped, and I think that's so good. Yes. It's the beginning of a big change for you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Ms.
Namaskar,
Nirmala.
sir.
Please speak.
Namaskar, sir.
Yes, madam, please go ahead.
Sir, into this side. So it's regarding the meditation. While you make us do guided meditation and ask us to feel the emptiness and experience, imagine the our would be future which we want for us. At that time, I felt that when my mind gets empty, all my focus is on the upper part of my head and forehead. Like when even though my eyes are closed, but all my focus is on my forehead part and my upper part of my head. Uh, so does it mean that this is a third eye meditation kind of thing? Can we say it a third eye meditation? Where we, this is the area where I feel the things, emptiness and the imagination things, everything goes in this part of my head, behind the forehead and the upper part of my head. So is it the, can we say it is similar to third eye meditation? And one more question is that while imagining and experiencing those things which I want for my future. Like I want to be a healthy person. I want my lungs to be very healthy, my body to be very healthy. So I imagine like I'm climbing up the snowy mountains, or I'm doing sea diving, and I'm doing paragliding. I'm doing bungee jumping, and while experiencing those things, imagining those things, I my heart rate gets a little bit fast. So is it normal to feel all these things?
So first question, is this a third eye meditation? So our goal is to know ourselves, empty ourselves, right? So when you empty, your observation may be going everywhere as an involuntary movement. And so that is okay. You don't have to brand, but yes, the answer is it a third eye meditation? Not a third eye meditation, but your third eye will open.
Mhm.
Third eye means being able to take right decisions in the moment based on by understanding your past and future for yourself, having that clarity. Having the clarity to see from the past and the future. See means not physically see. It could be your understanding from a given through your intuition, through your, the data that you have or the invisible data that you have through intuition, being able to decide. And part of it could be some visions that you may see. Part of it could be visions that you see from the past and future. That's a different aspect, right? But meditation will, by default, when you are doing the right meditation, it must open up. And symbolically, what third eye means, that the ability to discern right and wrong by taking support of your past and future. That past that goes all the way back to the past that from ever else you existed. Just the way a business leader takes a decision, or just the way you are and you have a technical skill and you take a decision based on a past experience. When you're doing a design, take a decision based on a past experience, right? You look at it. You see future possibilities, you make a decision. It's the same thing. Here, when you're taking a decision, you go back all the way to a past that has ever existed from before and before and before. And so meditation is opening up to all of that data. Okay. But what you're feeling here is it is involuntarily can happen and it's okay. Let it be. You don't have to move it. When you're meditating, some people feel like there are no energy. I mean, it's all one here, and you don't feel, and you feel a lot of heaviness here. So it's sort of by default, your attention goes away and you're feeling that heaviness. All that can happen, and then just continue to experience them. Don't give any name to it. Don't brand it. It's part of the process. Okay. I don't know the second question. Why did you ask second question? Yes. When you're imagining and dreaming about the future, imagine and dream of those things that you really care for. Then you get the right emotion. We don't artificially do a bungee jumping unless you really are interested in bungee jumping. And I assume that is so for you. If that is so, that you're interested in bungee jumping, and so you might want to do, but you're deprived of doing because, let's say, are always worried about your lungs. But then if you're interested and then you imagine about that, and so imagine about that you're doing it. So the whole idea is to move away from that fear. So it is an active mind process. So right in the active mind process, when that is happening for you, you go back because that fear is coming, that your heart, the fear is coming from your past experience, right? You go back and start from the beginning and imagine again, where you feel calm, you feel happy, you feel like your body is so supporting. So you must go back to imagine from the beginning and then create the sequence again. Do that. And when you repeat it over time, then slowly you're reprogramming your subconscious behavior that my lungs are not strong to a new behavior that lungs are greatly supporting you in doing that activity. It'll happen over a period of time. Okay.
Thank you very much, Chandra sir.
Thank you. We'll take one last question. I'm not able to concentrate. Mr. Joshi Bhaskar. The sincerity to sit down and meditate is important. The process is simple. It's not different for each of us. It is to just close your eyes and observe the breath. Subtle observation. Use the word concentration. I say subtle observation. Meaning observe enough. Okay, there is breath is there. Okay, I know there is air going in, air coming out. That much is sufficient. Observe do subtle observation. And then definitely, and especially from a beginners and even other senior people too, that our thoughts will keep coming and distract our attention. It's going to happen. If that's what you meant by not able to concentrate, it is, be assured that it is what is happening for many, many people. It'll get better. It'll get better over a period of time. We just have to sit down and continue to practice it. For tomorrow, for day after tomorrow, for next 10 days, for next 20 days, next 30 days, 40 days, you may feel that, hey, my thoughts are only coming. I'm just, seems like I can't hold my attention on the breath. This may be the case. This may be the case, but don't give up. Because every meditation is adding to your energy. Every meditation is changing something. Every meditation we go into empty states, thoughtless states that we don't understand, we don't recognize. It's called transcending time. So every meditation is good meditation. You will notice a change in your personality. You will notice potentially a change in your health, the way you deal with people. Some of those changes will happen no matter whether you felt you're able to concentrate, are you able to be with the breath or not in your meditation, right? So thank you. So please keep practicing.
So one last question, Mr. Shiv Prasad Nayak.
Yeah, namaste, sir. So I have been kind of practicing meditation since like past 1 or 2 years. What I used to do is I did not follow any guidance. I just used to sit and let my thoughts flow. And whatever my thoughts are coming, I did not control them. I just let them come. But in the new method I'm learning here, I have to focus on my breath and not let any thoughts come. So this is like actually opposite of what I have been doing. So it is kind of difficult for me to fine tune. So any guidance regarding that?
Practice. Because we used to writing with one way, and so changing the hand will take some time, right? Whatever that we would do. Just practice, more practice, and it'll happen. We're not stopping the thought. We are moving our attention away from thought to breath. There's a difference. Our goal is to put our attention on the breath. Our goal by itself is to not stop the thought. That's not what we are doing, right? Our goal is to put attention on the breath. Stopping the thought is a function of the body. It'll take care of itself. Okay. And
Sure,
so, but then if you're trained in the opposite process of observing the thought, when thoughts come, observe the thought. That's another type, right? Set out with, and so you got to do some work. You got to undo some work. That's there. What to do? You got to undo certain skill that is there already set in. Okay.
So just want to conclude this. Is it okay if I follow the same old pattern? I mean, like.
Then you're doing different meditation. I don't know what going to come out of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, friends. Thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow again at 5:30 p.m. Thank you.
I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is in.
Thank you, friends. Meet you all again tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. IST.